Hello, my name is Emmett Roth. I am with Emory BPM, and I am here with
Arbre Day!
Yay!
Woo!
And if you guys could just each say your name and what instrument you play in the band.
Hi, my name is Cami. I play guitar and I sing.
My name's Shane. I play drums and I also sing.
My name is Andrew. I play bass. I do not sing.
Arbre Day is an Emory band. So you guys have an album coming out pretty soon. Can you just run me through the inspiration for that album, kind of what it's going to look like, and what you guys are excited for about it?
Well, it kind of started during our process of making our EP, which has been out since March. Cami sent this little snippet of a song or a melody she had written, and it just felt like very different from what we had normally done, and it just kind of struck me as something that like had a lot to it. Even if it was so simple, it had a lot of emotion. And I started writing lyrics like right away. Like it's something just came to me. And so we kind of modeled everything around that song. And that's what kind of became the album. And 11 more tracks followed, and
Sick.
just became really cool.
Sick.
So our name, Arbre Day. So Arbre Day, like as a date, is the day of the tree. But the spelling is in French because me and Shane speak French. So I don't know where exactly it came from, but Shane came up with it. And so we kind of have this like tree aesthetic because our band name is kind of like Day of the Tree. That's the translation in French. And so the album, it's like a collection of the songs we've written in the past year of being together. And it's just all based off of All Evergreen, which is the main song in the album.
Love it. Love it. So how'd you guys form, and what kept you guys together, and how are you guys making music?
For that. Yeah, so everyone has senioritis, and then you got a point where you kind of wanted what you want to do. So for me, it was sending a message in a random group meet chat. It was a Emory Musicians Network group meet chat. And then I was like, hey, I play bass. Anyone wants to play any instrument and join in a band? And then these two replied almost instantaneously, and then it just so happened to be that we're all free that same evening too. And Cami here had the den booked, and so we were like, guys, let's meet up tonight. This is gonna be it.
So funny.
Yeah.
Emory Musicians Network Group Me. That's how bands are formed at Emory.
Yeah.
So, if you could describe your sound in 3 words, how would you describe it?
Tappy.
Unique.
Boundaryless.
Very cool. Very cool.
None of the songs on our album, or even like the stuff we've already released, really sound the same, at least to us.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the goal with it. Like it's supposed to be kind of an all-encompassing thing of what we are as a band.
Yeah. Totally. What is each band member's unique contribution to the band, and how does it make you guys great?
So we all came from different playing backgrounds and like experiences. For me, I adore this genre of rock called math rock. And then I also like Midwest emo. But there's this band called Forest. They're my favorite band ever. And I feel like they have a lot of complex rhythms and time changes and just such like full songs and a lot of tapping parts. So I love adding tapping to my songs.
Tapping. Is that like where you're like tapping
Yeah.
the guitar?
Yeah, I love adding different guitar techniques, and like I write a lot of dissonant notes, so I always give Andrew a hard time.
So kind of like what Cami said about the different backgrounds. I have the least experience out of anybody here. I started drumming maybe 6 months before we even started. So I mean, this whole process has been also me learning about, what I like about music and stuff. But I guess what I bring to this, there's a lot of like the ideas around, or I guess a lot of the big ideas surrounding the album and the music. I write a lot of the lyrics. I mean, Cami does a lot too, but me and her both share a lot of those ideas and stuff. So I try and bring a lot of like creativity to it.
Sick.
in contrast, part of being the older member here, I do have a little more experience. I think that really helped us start with the band when we were just starting last year. Getting everything organized and then kind of ensuring that we have like a good flow for writing our songs. What do we start with, and then what's a good place to end with writing songs, right? Because you can always put in more creativity into songs, and that's an issue we're dealing with. It's an issue, but we always have more ideas. In terms of how complex the songs themselves can be, and I myself is a pretty nitpicky person, so I tend to find parts that are too repetitive, and I kind of want to spice up a little bit, and I think that to me is my personal contribution to our songs. But I think it really goes that all three of us contribute more than equally, and you can see it in every single one of our songs where we all play the same weight and responsibility in writing the songs.
Totally love it. Any last things you guys want to add?
Meow.
No, but thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and please look forward to our new album coming out sometime in December.
Thank you
Of
so
Evergreen.
much, Arbre Day
Of All Evergreen.
of All Evergreen, coming out in December. Arbre Day interview with Emory BPM. Thank you guys.
Thank
for
you so much.
giving us your story. Awesome.